There are many people, including members of our community, who suffer silently with depression and mental illness. Afraid of what others may think or ashamed to seek help, they keep quiet. Today on Access, we'll continue breaking the silence on the issue of mental illness. Dr. Hedgepath has some words of advice for those unsure if it's time to seek help. With the overall lack of dialogue surrounding mental illness, you might think that it's uncommon. But the facts reveal just the opposite. In America, 1 in 5 adults experience a mental illness, and nearly 1 in 25 are living with a serious one. The numbers surrounding mental health are staggering, yet it seems that many people who struggle are opting to stay quiet. Dr. Hedgepath says that for those experiencing these emotional issues, they should do just the opposite.
For people with emotional problems, I think it's important for them to just be able to talk about it instead of trying to hide it, or instead of trying to pretend that it doesn't exist. Talk to family or friends, and not that you need to let people know that you're depressed or that you're having a hard time, but that you might anticipate that it'll be stressful. Trying to hide it is another layer of stress.
Everyone at some point experiences hard times. So at what point should you seek professional help?
When it starts to affect a person's functioning, if they find themselves not able to go to work or not able to function at work, or seeing that it's really affecting their relationships. Certainly if people begin to have thoughts, I'd rather not be living. It's a gray line, it's not, or an indefinite line, but that's the line that separates in psychiatry people who suffer from a psychiatric disorder from people who do not. And that is that they suffer a significant level of distress, or it really begins to affect their functioning. So if people really see that it's starting to erode their day-to-day ability to carry out their responsibilities in the family or at work, I think that's a good cue to make a phone call and try to go see someone.
Professionals in the field are excellent resources and people should seek them out. But if you're uncomfortable going to a professional just yet, there are options.
If people are uncomfortable going to a professional or going to a professional first, an organization called the National Alliance on Mental Illness has people that are very knowledgeable, understanding and empathic and non-threatening. And they can be an excellent resource about mental illness, about the question of taking medication for mental illness, those kinds of things. So that's a really good place to start. And that's really the only organization I know of that is independent and not politically affiliated and doesn't have an agenda of its own except to help people who suffer from emotional problems.
The National Alliance on Mental Illness website has education and support for those experiencing depression, mental illness, and their loved ones. Visit online at nami.org.